Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Jeremy Sturm, owner of Train with Sturm Personal Training here in Pacific Beach, San Diego. And today's blog post is going to be going over functional strength in your 40s and above and what that means to you. Now, functional training often gets associated with things like F45 and CrossFit and burpees and barbell snatches and all the crazy HIIT stuff. Now, while all of those training modalities are essentially functional, they don't necessarily relate to each individual person. So today we're going to kind of go over how that looks to you and how programming would look to you and personalized towards someone such as yourself. All right, so starting off with longevity. How exactly does strength training boost longevity in your 40s, 50s, and beyond? Now think about if you've been walking around, you went for a hike up Torrey Pines or something like that, anywhere with hills, you're struggling, you're huffing and puffing, right? Your legs, your knees are hurt. With just a couple strength training sessions per week, we will build those joints. We will build the muscles around those joints, which is actually going to help with muscular endurance. So as you go for little hikes like that or uphill walks, you're not going to be huffing and puffing. You're going to be in better cardiorespiratory shape, and you're going to be able to keep up with the activities that you do enjoy doing with your friends, family, kids, whatever the case may be. Now, strength training as you age is going to help keep off chronic diseases such as arthritis, heart disease, obesity, depression, and osteoporosis. The good news is it's never too late to start, and you don't necessarily have to start picking up barbells with heavy weights. Any form of resistance training is in fact strength training as long as you progress. So that could be from body weight, using resistance bands, anything that you just slowly progress up is technically strength training. All right, so what's the bare minimum and what do you need to really excel? Now, according to numerous studies, as we age, we tend to lose 1% of our muscle mass with each year. So the minimum requirement, even just to maintain your muscle mass and try to fight off and balance that 1% loss a year, is 5 sets per week of each muscle group. And that can be easily done in 2 sessions per week, doing full body workouts, focusing on each muscle group and hitting 5 sets per week. Again, these exercises do not have to be overly intense. They do not have to be super heavy. That comes with building and progressive overloading and just focusing on the proper form and technique as you go through these exercises. The key thing here is staying consistent and continuously doing it twice per week. Getting 6 to 8 sets in is going to be ideal in the beginning per each muscle group. So that way, not only are you fighting off that 1% loss, but we're actually beginning to gain momentum and build some muscle. Now, should you just jump right into a strength training program, maybe download something off the internet or something you've seen on YouTube, anything like that? You could if you are in really great shape and you're completely 100% confident that you have no imbalances, no issues with mobility or range of motion. It is very important, especially in your 40s, even more important 50s, 60s, that you get a full assessment done. Because once you start strength training, you don't want to build on an imbalance that's already happening. If your shoulders are really rounded or you have extremely tight hamstrings and low flexibility and range of motion in the posterior chain, you don't want to build upon that. You want to address those issues first, reverse the repetitive movements that you've been doing for the last 10, 20 years, fix that issue, and then move forward with the strength training. So that way you're building from the ground up versus building on a faulty foundation. Now, I'm sure you've heard terms like flexibility, mobility, full range of motion, things like that. What does that all necessarily mean? It means the more we can move into a full range and get our joints to completely access that spectrum of movement, the better off we're going to be in the long term. Now, it doesn't mean you want to go heavyweight and move your body, move your limbs to that extreme end range of motion. But we do want to do that with lighter weights. As we get into heavier weights, you do want to do it in a more controlled and more compact range of motion, so to speak, not going to full extension, things like that, also to save tendons and ligaments. So there is a balance between the two, moving in full range of motion, getting those joints to extend all the way to move that full spectrum, and keeping it tight when we come into strength training. if you're looking to hire a personal trainer to help out with the strength training and looking to focus on this journey that you're just going to get started in and longevity, the benefits of that is having that trainer be able to personalize that program for you. So again, to touch on the ranges of motion, the assessment, it's all about understanding where you're at. Each person is unique. I mean, a lot of people are kind of the same. They sit at the desk, blah, blah, blah. That is obviously going to have some common imbalances. However, it's about what you want to do as well. Do you enjoy cycling? Do you enjoy hiking? Do you enjoy swimming? Okay. So it's how do we counteract the repetitive motion that you have been doing for the last 10, 20 years, address that issue, and then elevate the activities you like to do. Make sure that not only are you ready for them at any moment, but you're also going to excel in those activities and really enjoy that throughout the rest of your life. All right, so the final step, if you are looking to start this journey of strength training, building up longevity, securing your future health, would be to start looking for a trainer. And I am more than happy to help. If you want, you could reach out to me. My contact information is all over the website. I also do offer a free consultation. So it's just an hour of your time, no money, no cost to you whatsoever. If that's something you're interested in, I would love to help you out and give you advice any way I can. Hope you all have a great day.